Oi gente, eu sou a Jéssica Mar do site Headbangers News e hoje a gente está aqui com o Joakim do Sabaton e a gente vai bater um papo com ele agora. Sabaton is a metal power band that deals with war themes and the fans comment that you give a good history lesson.
No, thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about how the band started and why talk about those themes in the lyrics?
Actually, when we started out, we were pretty much like all bands. We would drink beer and listen to heavy metal and sing along. But when we started, we would sing about, well, any general heavy metal topic, I guess, until we had the song that became Prima Victoria. We had the music for it, but we didn't have the lyrics. And we thought it had a huge sound to it, so we thought we can't sing about beer, sex, rock and roll, dragons, you know. Let's do something different. And we chose D-Day and Operation Overlord and the Normandy landings. So when we did that, it all sort of clicked for us. It became more interesting and meaningful for us to write the lyrics. While as before it felt like some necessary evil, but now they meant something, the songs. So we thought, hey, maybe we should make a whole album about military history. And that was 15 years ago now.
Let them fall face down, they must die, making it easier to say goodbye.
Talking about histories, how did the Sabaton History Channel come up?
Oh, we had that dream, you know, when we made songs and we started, you know, learning about the historical events. Wouldn't it be cool if we could do a documentary about these things? Because, I mean, history can be so fascinating and interesting. However, I think almost every school system in the world manages to make it boring. Because military history is nothing but stories.
I'm Indy Nidell.
I'm Joakim from Sabaton, and this is Sabaton History.
And talk about what happened during this conflict to this person, or these few people, then it becomes super interesting stories. And we wanted to show that, well, history is actually really super interesting, but not as boring as we are taught in school.
Why the new album has two versions, one with an intro narration and another without narration?
Basically, we really like that themed narrated version because it gives the listener an idea, what are we singing about, you know? So they don't have to focus so much on listening to the lyrics, they can more live with the atmosphere. However, I also understand that once you've listened to the album maybe 10 times, the first times, and you're drinking beer with your friends, and you want to put on some music, maybe you don't want the intro. Maybe you just want to get straight to the metal, which is fine.
What the future plans for the band?
Oh, pretty intense. The day after tomorrow we'll have the last show for this year, which is nice because at home it is much worse weather than this. I have this much snow in my yard. So a bit of a Christmas break and then the European tour starts. We go home for 2 weeks, then we do a Russian tour for 4 weeks, I think it is, again, 17 shows. And then a little bit of a break again before festival season starts, I guess.
Maybe a new album?
No, not yet. We have ideas, but it's too soon yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you leave a message for the Brazilian fans and my website, Headbangers News?
Yes. Thank you for the good times and the fantastic food.
Okay.